Tech Talk Alert. After our latest digital life hack, you're going to hear one of my weekend show's best calls. You don't want to miss it. Did you know that the font you use could be costing you money on expensive printer ink or toner? I'm Kim Commando for Total Ad Block. Stop intrusive tracking and annoying online ads for just $19 for the first year at blockwithkim.com. Different fonts are used not only for style. The font that you pick for your documents determines how much ink or toner is consumed when printing. Let's start with the worst font, Arial. It gobbles up 20% more of your ink than the other fonts. Unfortunately, it's probably the most common font used on websites. Now, the best font you should be using when printing is Times New Roman. You'll get almost 30% more pages printed using Times New Roman over Arial. Coming in a close second is Calibri. The problem with this font is that it doesn't come across as professional. Instead, you can use Century Gothic as an ink-saving font. But remember, overall, Times New Roman is the best font that uses the least amount of ink. Let's face it, you need to have tech smarts in today's world. You can get it for free at getkim.com.
Hey, have you heard about The Current? It's this amazing free tech newsletter that keeps you in the loop about everything, AI, making money, and insider tips to get ahead at work and life. Everything is tech now. I can't afford to fall behind, and neither can you. In just 5 minutes a day, that's it. The Current makes it so easy to stay ahead without feeling overwhelmed. Join 500,000 people at getthecurrent.com. It's free. Don't be left behind. That's getthecurrent.com. Sign up now. Getthecurrent.com.
Now, check out this amazing call from the show. It's a real gem. Robert in Lakeland, Florida. Hi, Robert.
Hi, Kim. How are you today?
I'm good. What's going on?
I called concerning, long story short, a couple of years ago, I lost my wife.
I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that.
To cancer, and you know, afterwards, I monitored her emails and unsubscribed and so on and so forth to clear out all of her junk emails and whatnot that would come in, and then that as about a year later, I finally deleted all of her old email accounts and Facebook accounts and so on and so forth, and never thought much more about it until 2 years later. Now I will still get junk email, advertising email with her name attached. So, and recently Incogni has come along, and I opened an account on that. 60% off, courtesy of your code in your most recent emails or newsletters. But at any rate, and Incogni seems to be working good for me. It's slowly working through all the different data brokers.
Isn't it?
I was wondering.
Isn't that isn't that just amazing, though, Robert? I mean, the number of
sites.
Yeah, it's just like, and if you wanted to remove yourself from 104, 180 different people search data broker sites, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know if you'd be able to do it. I really don't. I really. Most of the sites I have never heard of, to tell you the truth. Didn't even know they existed. But I was wondering if there was a way. Is it possible that I can set up an account used for my wife's name and direct it back to one of my email alias accounts and be able to clear all the old data that is still out on the data brokers in her name? It's coming. We had a meeting with the powers that be from Incogni a couple of weeks ago. They actually came to Phoenix. I always like when we meet clients face to face. And especially with Incogni, we get so many positive vibes from them and so much great emails. People are so thrilled about the service. But they told me that they are coming out with a family plan. And so when they do come out with that family plan, which I believe that it should be happening here shortly, is that you'd be able to not only use your email address, but also your wife's address, which I'll tell you, I hate cancer too. It's just horrible, horrible, horrible disease. So that would be, just give it a couple of weeks or so. And then when Incogni comes out with that family plan, then you'd be able to use your wife's address too, and then get rid of that mail that I'm sure every time you look at it, you see her lovely name and you're like, dang, I miss her. I miss her so much. But don't worry, you guys are going to be together again.
You are going to be together again someday. Not too soon, but someday. And if you're wondering what Incogni is, you're just like, hey, what the heck is Incogni? They are a sponsor here of the show. And they're also inside of our free newsletters that you can sign up for at getkim.com. And it's a service that goes out and removes your name, your personal data, your date of birth, your addresses, all kinds of things like that, out of these people's search and data broker sites. And I'm telling you, when they do, you will see all of a sudden you get like 0% spam texts. I mean, it's just all of a sudden it's just not coming through anymore. And they also put your name on a suppression list, which means that they're not allowed to add you back to their list. Like, let's say you check a wrong box somewhere when you buy something, and all of a sudden, like, oh yeah, yes, we got that name. And it's like, nope, it's on a suppression list. Now you can use code KIM60, and you're going to get 60% off. That's Incogni.com. Use code KIM60, INCOGNI, Incogni.com, code KIM60. Robert, thank you for your call today. Hey, big kudos to you for sticking around. Now, if your brain's buzzing with questions, let me know. Head over to commando.com and then click Email Kim. You have to trust me. I read every single message like it's a new gadget manual. Well, I actually do it better than that. I never read a manual. Do they even have manuals anymore? Anyway, elevate your tech IQ with my free daily newsletter. Head over to getkim.com.